Hey everybody, welcome back to Chicago Reacts. My name is Michael. I'm an actor here in the city of Chicago, and I am joined by the ever-brilliant, the always talented, the one, the only, it's...
Music to my ears, that's what it is. I'm Zach. I'm also an actor here in the city of Chicago. Guys, we're back with Internet Historian again, which I just am so happy about.
Oh man, love Internet Historian.
The failure of the Fyre Festival. I kind of remember this being a thing. I remember this was first hyped up.
And I haven't watched any of the docs, but like I remember it being dumpster fire.
Yeah, a dumpster fire. Yes, to say the absolute least. This is the one too where I remember like pictures on the internet going out where like their food was like, it was like the saddest.
Yeah, it was like a slice of cheese pizza without hardly any sauce. Like it was essentially
it was like a cheese sandwich where it was like a half a slice of bread and like a slice of cheese on it, and that was like all that people got. Yeah. Like
the guy who started it, he's like in prison, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, I bet we're about to find out. Hey y'all, if you're liking this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything else, and leave a comment in that comment section down below. And also, check out those links if you want to know what Zach and I are up to. I'm still performing with the Drunk Shakespeare Society, so feel free to check that out.
It's a great time.
It's wonderful. And Zach's got...
Yeah, I've still got a movie up on Tubi. It's called Asbury Park. I play a pretty serious role in it, and I feel like it's kind of a good representation of my acting chops. So go check it out.
It's a great performance.
And also, Michael and I have some exciting stuff coming up in the next couple of years, as far as it being released and stuff. But we got some other exciting like film-related stuff coming up. So there'll be lots of updates there. So do check that.
They're coming. So just quietly to yourself go, great job. And but we won't be able to tell you anything about it.
we won't unfortunately yet, but there will be a time. So those are the best places to like get your initial insight. All right,
let's jump into it.
Let's
Internet Historian.
Hi there.
Hi, Internet.
You're probably wondering how I got this tan. Well, let me tell you the story. It begins with a man by the name of Billy McFarlane.
Yes, this guy.
Billy was a good
Millie
boy. At 22,
McFarlane.
he had dreams of becoming a super wealthy entrepreneur, dropping out of college to start a business called Magnesis. Over the years, he managed to network with some powerful people. One of them was Ja Rule. Translated from German, I believe it means, yes, rule. Over Felix, he pitched an idea. Here's an accurate recreation of that event. Mr. Rule, he says, I have a brilliant idea.
Like, word, like, yo, what happened? I'm like, yo, this thing too wild, fucking big.
Precisely. Great minds think alike. It will be 2 weeks of absolute luxury in the Bahamas. Promotion began in late 2016. Fyre promised beaches, ladies, gourmet food, luxury villas. Hosted on a private island in the Bahamas called Fyre Cay, once owned by Pablo Escobar. VIP tickets up to $250,000. Swimming pigs. Blink 182. Major laser. A steel drum. Welcome to
God.
Festival, the best 2 damn weeks of your life. I bought my ticket immediately. The day arrives. About 5,000 people are making their way directly from Miami Airport, and there are huge delays to get to Fyre Cay. Although I shouldn't say Fyre Cay, because it doesn't exist. In the marketing, they referenced this island, which is actually Norman's Cay, run by George Jung, not Pablo, by the way. But that doesn't matter because we're not going there either. We're going to Great Exuma. Private island? Forget that. Population? 7,000. In fact, we're basically in the parking lot of a sandals resort. In the end, only about 500 of us make it to the island. The remaining customers' flights are cancelled. You're about to see why. We're hauled onto a school bus and taken to the site, a gravel lot with a bunch of FEMA tents.
Oh no!
Remember those promises of luxurious villas? Pranked ya? Enjoy your stay. And don't forget your complimentary cup of UNICEF rice. Once there, no one knows whose tent belongs to whom, so staff try getting everyone into a line. Then they abandon that idea and tell everyone it's a free-for-all. Expecting a party, this guy took all of his drugs on the flight over. He's the only one having any fun. Everyone else is grumpy because it's been 5 hours and there's no food.
No food?
In lieu of food, staff decide to start handing out tons of free tequila. This only exacerbates problems.
Yeah.
Once the food does
my
arrive,
God.
it's just as delectable as promised, though.
Oh.
Gourmet craft single there.
See, that's the picture that I
Bags arrive on
saw.
a shipping container. It was getting dark and there was no lighting.
So everybody's walking around with their cell phones trying to look for their luggage.
Plenty of people had their luggage stolen. But don't worry, if you have any valuables, the festival advertised top-notch security. Here it is. But no one told guests they had to provide their own lock. There are rumors of muggings by the locals.
I heard rumors of feral dogs.
A tent supposedly caught fire. The closest beach has a rampant shark problem. Staff don't have any uniforms or walkie-talkies, so no one knows who's in charge, and the people who are in charge can't talk to each other.
Oh
Here's
my
the bathroom.
gosh.
Many staff quit after only a couple of hours.
I
A few
would.
customers who were
Yeah.
willing to just make the most of it and enjoy the music. They had some bad news too. All of the major musical acts pulled out. In fact, Major Lazer wasn't even confirmed to go in the first place. The event was promoted as cashless, so all people had were these useless Disney bucks on their Fyre band, which meant they couldn't buy anything or catch a cab if they were stranded. And even with only 500 people, there are too few tents and beds, so everyone is just stealing each other's. And for any of you thinking you could just escape to the sandals,
Oh,
bad
man.
luck. It's peak season and they are absolutely full. People are reaching out to the embassy for help. After a few hours, most people chose to go back to the airport, and the rest were forced back home when the Bahamian government stepped in. The festival
Oh my God.
closed.
Oh my God.
But the exodus from the island made its own problems. Guests spent hours dehydrated and hung over in a hot building. Why staff locked the door isn't entirely known. But one
Locked
girl
them
fainted
in?
before they were finally reopened. Everyone gets home, and that was the end of it. Except for me. I was rescuing someone, helping them out, and I got lost in the woods. Anyway, back at home, the shitstorm on social media was just ramping up. The Reddit Fyre Festival was created, and it started documenting everything that went wrong at the event. People were circulating a fake tweet by Jar that the whole thing was a social experiment. Some wholesome festival memes
Holy.
there. And it quickly turned into a marketing case study of what...
Was that a ball pit?
Yeah.
Did you see that ball pit?
Yeah.
Bringing you back to what was that?
That was.
TumblrCon?
No, I thought it was. Oh, maybe it was TumblrCon.
It was DashCon, wasn't it?
Yeah,
DashCon.
I think it was.
The
I
ball
was thinking
pit.
it was. I thought it was. At first, I was thinking it was the Furry Festival, but you're right. It was.
It was DashCon.
It was DashCon. Yes. What is it with like festivals and like, yeah, let's get a ball pit.
No,
Let's make you all feel like you're 5 again.
The Fyre Festival was literally done just so Internet Historian can make this video.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was actually a massive investment on behalf of Internet Historian. So I just want to.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah. He released that on his podcast.
On his,
Incognito mode.
yep,
Yeah.
yep.
He's like, listen,
Yep.
I set this all up.
yeah, that's why he stayed on the island. 'cause
No,
he-
we would never throw Internet Historian under the bus like
No,
that.
no. I'm
got your back, Internet
yeah, we
Historian.
got you. We got you.
Yeah. Oh man, this is insane. I think it just like goes to show like if you ever like, man, you ever are thinking to yourself like, I don't know what I'm doing. Nobody does.
Nobody does.
And some people really screw it up. So
Yeah,
at least
some
you're not the guy who's organized this
Faking
festival.
it till you make it.
Yeah.
what not to do. In response, Fyre started serving cease and desist letters to stop people from saying mean things about them.
No.
What?
Mr.
Way.
Rule released an official statement online, both apologizing and saying that it's not his fault. Interestingly, he wasn't even on the island at the time. He was giving a concert in Chicago. Although, to their credit, they offer everyone a full refund. Or, you could always let it ride and opt in for tickets to 2018's Fyre Festival.
And a VIP ticket to next year's Fyre Festival. If they decide to go. Exactly. Next year.
Meanwhile, Billy is on full damage control.
Yeah.
He claims that a storm came in the night before and changed all of the marketing into lies.
We got to a point that we were very excited about on Wednesday night with how the two sites looked, and we got hit by a big storm.
But the apologies weren't enough. A few days later, and the first lawsuit was served.
Attorney Ben Meiselas
That was a gangly
doesn't think
insist.
it's funny. He's filed a $100 million class action lawsuit against the organizers.
Then another suit. Then 7 more.
Yes.
Then the feds got involved.
Yes.
Claiming Bill had committed wire fraud. Serious charges with serious prison time.
Yes.
More on that later. Right now, let's go into the
right?
history
How is that not
of Fyre
fraudulent?
Festival.
Like,
The marketing was clever.
oh, hold on. Yeah, like how is that? Like he clearly promised all this stuff and then didn't have any of it prepared.
Right.
Like,
Right. Yeah, no, it was entirely fraud. And then that whole
I have a little bit more like, not sympathy, but like understanding for how like Ja Rule maybe didn't know what was going on. Was just like, yeah, you're scheduling this. Like, yeah, I'll put my name on it for like a cut, but like, also do your due diligence.
Yeah, man. Like
You gotta know it's gonna go okay, but
like
I have a little bit more like, but I still think that's stupid.
Yeah,
I still like not a
and
lot more.
like to me, there's no excuse on behalf of Ja Rule.
That's
excuse.
true.
You
Yeah.
were performing in Chicago that night, so you knew what was going. Yeah, like this event was clearly advertised to be such a big thing that he 100% had to know what was going. And you know, whatever. If it was a miscommunication on behalf of your managers or whatever, but like. Yeah, no excuses from Ja Rule, none whatsoever.
Yeah,
for any of those bands that was supposed to be on the lineup, like that's horrible. Like regardless.
Well, so many of them were like, "Wait, I'm not like."
Right. I wasn't
also,
aware.
if you're like, okay, yeah, I signed up for this thing. I'm gonna get paid. I'm planning to come in like this day. Like, if only 500 people or so got to the island, they probably couldn't get to the island. They're like, well, I have to cancel. I can't even get to this event that I'm supposed to be performing in.
Right.
And then people start tweeting about it. I would dip immediately. I don't want my name attached to this. Like, I was just, they're booking so much. Yes.
It's still like, in my, like, that shit should be like,
yeah, you gotta
book. I mean, the Fyre Festival was like so hyped before it was even a thing.
Yeah.
Anybody who was set to plan that, or even if they had no knowledge of it whatsoever, this festival was big enough where somebody that represented each and every band that was going there knew that they were on that list. There's no way that whole festival went under the radar for all of those performers. There's
also,
no way.
They didn't have any of the stuff they promised, so there's no way that, like, there's got to be fraud here.
Yes.
Because if they clearly didn't have the money that they should have had to put this together.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
So wire fraud, 100%.
The word out, they got in touch with about 400 influencers, Instagram celebrities, and they offered them VIP tickets or cash to promote the event. They even managed to get Kendall Jenner to post about it. Rumor has it she was paid $250,000 for this post. Their marketing worked though. The festival sold out. So how did it go so wrong?
They spent all their money on marketing.
During the planning process, a consultant came in and said the festival would cost $50 million and require another year of organization.
They should have planned this 2 whole years out.
This is after they made all the promises.
Right.
And they had nothing near that amount. So they started cutting expenses way back. Remember those luxury villas? They were going to cost $10 million alone, so they scrapped them. Now everyone gets a tent.
Oh my god.
Deposits for the bands? Nope. Food, infrastructure, staff, all were cut back. But, you may ask, how did they have so little cash if they sold out?
Right.
It's the price. It was way too low. Now wait a minute, up to $250,000 a ticket is too low. In fact, on social media, people were so merciless and unsympathetic towards the guests because they thought it was a bunch of rich kids paying for tickets with a starting price of $12,000. And you can
that doesn't excuse it though. Like I hate people like that make like think that like two wrongs
serves
make a right, or like serves you right.
Yeah.
Like fuck you. Like no, like just because we're not in that position doesn't excuse the horrendous actions of another individual.
I mean,
like that bothers me so much.
Yeah,
so much.
I mean, but a trip to the Bahamas is going to cost that anyway, right?
A 2-week trip to the Bahamas is going to,
and they have to build all this infrastructure for a festival,
like an entire festival. Yes.
I mean, maybe not that much, but still, like, if you're, I see where it's too little.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank fake news for that assumption. You see that number repeated everywhere. But actually, very few were paying even close to that amount. The standard price was around $1,200, which, if you think about 2 weeks in the Bahamas,
that's actually not
all of your expenses taken care of.
That's cheap.
That's pretty bloody good.
That's cheaper than rent in Chicago.
Yeah,
like
I've been more than that in rent. Yeah. I mean, that is. Yeah, that to me is like, if you're going to go spend a week in the Bahamas, I would imagine it would be about $1,200. Like if you're staying at a hotel,
it was
I
2 weeks, dude.
It was 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks. It was a 2-week-long festival.
That is insane.
It was 2 weeks. That's what I'm saying. Like, there are people paying more than that for rent.
I mean, the flight is going to cost more than that.
Right. That's
to get there and back.
Right. So whether or not it actually included the flight, I don't know. But yeah, $1,200. I would think like that's what it would cost for like a day. Like given all that they were free,
like food, a hotel would be
alcohol, flights, hotel. Yeah. Like $1,200.
$12,000 seems like what they would need to actually do the festival they were mentioning.
Yes.
Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Some tickets were as low as $500.
6 months ago, got together and got the early bird special for about $500. And this covered food, transportation, ticket, and somewhere to sleep.
Transportation.
That was all of it? All inclusive. For $5? No way.
Okay.
No way.
So how could you, like, that's...
They just made up numbers. They just said... Yeah, 500 sounds good.
Covering transportation.
There's no way they added up what it was going to cost.
$500.
There's no way.
$500 during the middle of the pandemic couldn't even cover like the cheapest airfare at that time. Like to go domestic. Like that's, oh my God. Like clearly there was.
There's no way.
Oh my God.
How did they think $500 would cover all that?
I don't know.
There's no way. Like,
I don't know. Also, I'm admiring internet history in Minecraft.
Oh, that blows my mind. Like,
that's people.
That feels like someone just pulled a number right out of their butt.
Yeah, like whoever was in charge of that.
That's the only thing I can imagine.
That's like a weekend pass at Lollapalooza.
Right.
That's like, and you're talking 2 weeks.
You're talking not travel.
Everything covered.
You're talking, yeah.
Oh my God. Staying in a luxury villa, getting luxury food. Booze.
Well, maybe not the luxury stuff, but
sure. But yeah, I mean,
oh man, boy.
Gonna break even with that. They won't.
I love him.
And on the flip side, there's no proof whatsoever that anyone purchased a $250,000 ticket.
No, who went to one festival?
They're stuffed.
That's never happened.
Taking tough short-term loans just to keep afloat. Which, by the way, is why they did the Fyre Bankruptcy.
Castaway.
It was to raise cash. It's reported that up to $2 million in Firebucks in-game currency was spent in the lead up to the event.
In-game currency.
Close to enough. Practically
In-game
broke, and
currency.
the event only a few weeks away. The more experienced staff suggested postponing.
Yeah.
But thanks to those short-term loans, he couldn't. So he insisted on going forward.
Oh no.
Those staff tried to control the damage by telling celebrities and public figures not to go.
How was the Fyre Festival?
So
Kendall straight up laughed.
Holy man.
Oh, I mean, it's kind of like,
on the one hand,
he tied himself to a sinking boat, and everyone who ever sailed on a ship told
him, there's a storm coming, and
told the VIP guests hey, you should get off the boat now, because Captain is going right.
Yeah.
Right
you know what? You know what though? I gotta. There's part of me that almost I can respect his he still tried to see it through. He's the one that dug his own grave, but when he realized man, I made all these promises, I gotta live up to them, so I have to go get these loans. So he tried, right? He tried. I'm not saying he made the right decisions.
But it doesn't matter if you get the loans because you didn't charge people enough. Just postpone.
But they still sold all those tickets, and then you can't.
Yeah, I get it.
Part of me is he tried to live up to the promise, but in the process, completely dug his own grave and then buried himself in that grave. He didn't even have to
He blew it.
Yeah, not defending Millie McMahon or whatever, Billy McFarlane, Millie McFarlane. Not defending the man at all, but the one thing is I can say hey man, he did try. I didn't realize that he went and did that with the loans, because he put his whole life on the line for the festival, and that at the very least that I can
but that just seems
it's just so fucked up.
But why?
It's just so fucked up.
But when are you gonna make the money? You already sold all these tickets. You're I didn't sell enough, so I'm going to take out loans.
Right.
But how are you going to pay it back? Because you don't have enough money already.
Right.
It seems like you're never going to there's no way you're going to make the money back.
Right.
I don't see.
So that just makes him an idiot. Again,
that's I think the conclusion that I've come to.
The idea that he even had to go and get the loans in the first place, which is kind of what the fuck are you doing? Yeah. That's something to drop
once he got the loans, then he was in too deep. It's well, I'm gonna have all this debt, but then also it's but if you took it out.
I don't know. It's just an ugly. No matter how you look at it, it's a horrible situation.
It's bad.
Yeah.
All right.
Billy and Jar are in some serious trouble. But let's please have one failed festival that has a sequel. Well, Billy is out on $300,000 bail. His assets were frozen as at May 18th. He dropped his expensive attorneys. He's selling his property in New York. He tried to sell Magnesis for $150,000, but it was cancelled for being fraudulent. Massively in debt and with no hope of paying it back, Fyre went into involuntary bankruptcy.
Yep.
And that is the end of Fyre Festival. I'll keep you posted about whether Billy is going to jail. So long, Fyre Festival. You were too beautiful for this world. And as for me, well, it's time to go home.
Oh no.
No. Oh,
man.
No.
Did he? Can we get an update? Did he go to jail? I thought he did.
I think he did.
Our producer's looking it up.
Here's the thing too, guys, is it's not an impossibility. When you want to throw something that big,
you gotta charge $12,000 per ticket.
Or just take a year or two to plan it. Like, stuff like this doesn't happen overnight. And when people like get ideas and they have tons of money, they get like so excited and they need it right back right now. And it's like, it's such a brilliant, beautiful idea that literally could be the 2 weeks of a lifetime.
In prison. Oh, he did go to prison on fraud charges after his musical festival flopped. Says
his client was punished for his
but he also has a podcast. I guess if
dumpster fire. Okay. 23-hour-a-day solitary confinement. Wow.
Wait, he got solitary?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe he tried to start a festival in the prison when he got there, and they're like, "No, you really need to be by yourself."
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Perfect example. Like Mike and I, yes, are primarily actors, but we've done short films, we've directed projects, I've produced a couple. Like, even just making a short film, right, takes months of work and preparation, and especially when you're dealing with budgets and fundraising and finding your people and your right.
And sometimes you bootstrap it, and people eat crappy pizza and they sleep on the floor.
Yeah,
but they know that going in.
Right. And so the idea that you could throw together a festival like that in as quickly as it just wasn't at all realistic.
Yeah.
People just get this like very short. They want their short-term money.
Yeah.
They want their money. They get excited about an idea, and humans just aren't built for that. They aren't built for long runs, especially for like projects like that.
Yeah, you gotta take your time.
But with something, so.
Well, thank you, Internet Historian, for taking us through that journey.
Yeah,
that was epic. So sorry you never made it off the island, though.
Yeah, so sorry, man.
Hey, if you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything else, and leave a comment in that comment section down below. And get ready for our festival. No, I'm just kidding. Let us know what you think our festival name should be. We're going to be hosting it in To Be Determined.
Yeah.
Probably never, but we'll let you know.
Yeah, minimum cost is going to be
$12,000.
No, it's going to be 12 million.
You can pre-purchase your ticket now for $12 million. You know, Auntie Donna has a. If anyone knows the group, Auntie Donna's, you can pay for a personal performance for $1 million on their website.
That's pretty cool.
I'm like, hey, that is hilarious.
Yeah, Michael.
So I think 12 million is great.
Yeah, we'll take you for some deep dish pizza. I'm not even, we'll take you wherever you want for 12 million.
So let us know in the comment section down below if you want us to work something out. With that said, we'll see you next time.
Chicago Reacts.